It's snowing again. Oh God. I meditate. I'm kind of just like lounging around. If you're not from the Midwest, some of this might shock you. So it snowed for about 2 days. I live in West Michigan. It snowed for about 2 days, and this is the snow that piled up in my car. I have to like clear it off, but it's piled on there pretty big. So let's clear it off. That's a lot that's piled on. It's pretty on there. Remember how I said that I cleared off my car yesterday? Look at my car today. Welcome to Michigan. It's every day. I've been working on my book. I did not use AI on this book that I'm working on, but I have used AI in the past. I wrote a book called Tracks of a Digital Heartbeat, where I was playing around with AI when AI was like just starting, or when it, like during, what was it, 3.0? ChatGPT 3.0. I asked ChatGPT what it was like to be alive, and I wrote a book based on that. Yeah, it was fun writing that, asking ChatGPT what it was like to be alive. I wonder if that book is still up. So I've been reading A Court of Mist and Fury, and I read 100 pages tonight, and I want to read more because it's getting really good. I'm almost halfway through the book. I'm at like page 250 right now, and I'm like, I want to keep going, but I wanted to just kind of scroll on YouTube for a while too. Should I read more? I don't know. Maybe if I read like another 50 pages and got to like 300, that would put me at like halfway, because I want to finish it by the end of the month, and that be like the one book I read this month. It was so hard getting into that book because it just, all the stuff with Tamlin and stuff was kind of repetitive from the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Like, in Court of Thorns and Roses was like fresh and all of that, but then it turned kind of like not so good in the second book. So it was sort of like repetitive and, kind of boring. So getting into the second book was just kind of like drudgery, and it was just like, oh, this is horrible. I hate this. But all of the stuff with like Rhysand and like her becoming more of herself, I think is more interesting. Of like her, I don't know, is she being manipulated? I think maybe a little. What's coming from it, I suppose, is interesting. I think she is a pawn, but for what purpose? She has choices. She has a lot of choices, but I think I think at this point she's still a pawn in the game, in a big game that she's playing. But I think that, I don't know, is Rhysand a good person? That's a good question. Because Rhysand can be underhanded and will do anything for, I don't know. Usually our first impressions are accurate, that they'll betray you for whatever purpose that they have going. I think I like Rhysand more than I like Tamlin, though, because Rhysand respects her more, but that's just me. But we'll see how it plays out. So I read another 50 pages of Court of Mist and Fury this morning, and I just broke my fast with some blueberries, not really hungry. I should eat something though. I need to do my workout. I should walk over to the apartment gym, but I really don't feel like leaving my apartment. My personal trainer said that I could modify it for home, but I'm like, how am I going to make it so that I can do it at home? I really need to walk over to the gym. I did my workout at home while I was cooking lunch. I used my little dinky 5-pound weights. It was still, I still got a workout in. You know, sometimes you gotta do the bare minimum because you're snowed in. But, my arms got a little bit of a pump, so I was okay. But sometimes you just gotta work out at home. I should get some weights for when I'm at home. And I have to modify my workouts. The thing about Court of Mist and Fury that I have been like thinking about, because it's my first read on A Court of Mist and Fury. So I keep thinking about Tarquine, who's the Summer Lord. So he there was a thing that Fairy said. She said it would be easy to love you, and that really made Rysand mad. He said, you know, it's always easy for other people. It's always easy for other people, but everything is always hard for me. And I was like really examining that, like easy versus hard. Because for Tarquine, his cities were destroyed, you know, during Amarantha's Amanthara's, I don't know how to say her name, during her rule, during her terror, or whatever, her 50-year terror, because she laid waste to a lot of cities, and so he didn't have it easy. You know, his cities were destroyed, and he was under her rule. Rysand didn't have it easy. He did have it easy in that some of his cities, like Valeros, was spared because he made it. He did a lot of sacrifices to make it so that his city was protected, but I mean, he didn't have it easy that he was under her thumb and he was her whore, and he had to, you know, do her bidding. But and that he was close to her. But and that he protected a lot of the court from a lot of her wrath. But I mean, did he keep her distracted? Yes, I think so. But you know, when things are easy, it doesn't always mean that things are good. I guess, yeah. Is that the consensus? You know, when you do things the easy way, it doesn't mean it always is the best way. When you do things a certain way, it doesn't mean it's always the right way. It just means it's a different way. And thinking about that, it's like, you know, Tamlin does things the easy way, and that he does the tithe, you know, as a way of like pumping his people for money. But that doesn't necessarily have to be that way. You can tax your people without having to terrorize them. It's just all a difference of, you know, rules and laws and court regulations. And I guess it's like how we in our society have rules and laws and regulations. You know, like, it's different per country. It's different per land. Is the easy way always the best way? Anyway, I'm getting back to my book now. Because I'm thinking about that with our society. Like, we think about, like, what is easy? I have a lot to think about that. Because it's not easy to accept immigrants into our society or people into our society. And Ferry is an immigrant. New people into the court. But sometimes new people bring a new perspective. Sometimes they solve problems. Yeah, that's what makes America great, is that new people bring in new ideas and diversity into our melting pot. That's what made America great. That's what makes America great. Where did we get so far from that?
Oh my God, Ari, happy birthday! Oh, I feel like I should do something. I haven't come up with like a bit for that. Okay, well I'm gonna sing to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ari. Happy birthday to you.
I had a small non-scale victory today. So this bathing suit, because I'm going to, my gym's pool opened up today. And I've been so big that I haven't been able to clasp it in the back. Like, I don't know if you can see it clasps in the back. I haven't been able to clasp it for a long time because I've been too big. But I tried clasping it today and it clasped. And it's a size 12 to 14. So I don't know if I stretched it out so that it's big and like that I can do that now. And I'm like a size 16 and like I can squeeze into a 12, 14, or that I am 14, 16, like that I'm like getting into that range, or that like, I don't know, but I can fit into a 12, 14 bathing suit. It's snowing again. Oh God. I meditated. I'm kind of just like lounging around. I'm wearing my bathing suit, but I just put on some clothes. I might go work out. So I didn't want to leave my apartment. I was going to go to the pool, but it is just awful outside, and I did not want to leave my apartment. So I changed, and I did my workout in my apartment. It's just a mess out. I think I might take a nap. In the sauna. It is hot. It is nice and toasty in here. It's snowing again. Take a look. It just snows every day. It's just constantly snowing. I wanted to go work out, but I do not want to leave the house for this. So I put off my workout. I feel paralyzed, honestly. I just don't know what to do. This feels like, I don't know. This isn't even like the worst winter I've ever been through. Because these feel kind of like the winters that I went through when I was like a kid. It's just I haven't experienced something like this in a long time. That's what I say when people move to Michigan. They're like, oh yeah, the winters are mild. And I'm like, no, they're not. Michigan winters suck. They are harsh. Michigan winters are harsh. And they are gloomy, and they are miserable. They are very miserable. And there's nothing you can do. You just have to wait it out. The last few winters have been pretty mild, and so we got into a place of complacency, but yeah. Not this winter. Not this winter. So I just did my meditation and I was laying around and I was on TikTok and they told me about the exploding trees. I was like, I'm in the exploding tree area because it's gonna get so cold here. I was like, I've never heard of exploding trees before. How is it gonna get so cold that our trees are gonna explode? Oh, look, it's snowy again. I have stopped clearing off my car. So I stopped clearing off my car. My car is right there. I've stopped clearing it off. Because there's no point. I'm not going anywhere. But it's snowing again. I have nothing to add to this vlog. Except that it's just been really snowy this week. So this is kind of a shorter vlog. If you're in the South, God be with you this weekend. Well, peace be with you this weekend. No God's with me this week. It's been a terrible week. You know, talking about snowpocalypse in the South, you know, I've been in Michigan and it has been a nightmare. You know, it's been pretty awful. Talk about snowpocalypse. It's just like, it's just been constant. It's just been constant. In Michigan, we are not okay. We are not okay. Anyway, that's the vlog. So I'm gonna go. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay. Bye.